Hey there friends, what's going on? It's Codiak here, back for another breakdown video, and today we're checking out Immortals Fenyx Rising. Used to be called Gods and Monsters, but they changed the name. This is a really, I'm just so pumped about this game. This is a new IP from the Ubisoft Quebec team. This is a mix of like Assassin's Creed and Zelda, Breath of the Wild. It's such a crazy merge of what Ubisoft does, plus other ideas from other fantastic series. And I'm just excited about this game. Now, a lot of other channels have broken down the gameplay for it. They had preview events. We were not one of those channels, but that doesn't mean we're not excited about this game. I cannot wait to play this game on December 3rd. It's going to be a fantastic Let's Play game. It's going to be everything that I think players have wanted from an Ubisoft new IP for quite some time. It's different. It's colorful. It also taps into kind of the spirit of Zelda and games like that. So I'm just excited about it. But without further delay, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into the trailer, and I'll meet you on the other side for the breakdown. Here we go.
As the world crumbles, our divine powers sealed away. Even the gods need a hero.
All sorts of Greek mythology here. Look at this world. It's vibrant. And there we go, right into the action. Our main character here able to summon different weapons out of nothingness, which is cool. Now she's got an axe. She just had a hammer. We've got mounts there. All different locations on this island. Awesome bow with lightning effect. Check this out. This is awesome. A couple slashes. And then pay attention here to this special ability. Watch this. Almost like a combination of an Artemis Zeus infusion. Something like that. And here we go. More of a boss type character there. And things are definitely getting dark. We see stone figures. You know what that means? That's right. Little Medusa action. Again, summoning those weapons. Clearly showcasing the boss battle here. And watch this. Some sort of ultimate or something. Summoning those wings, being able to hover. I have seen this in the gameplay. I know this is something that the main character can do. It's a really cool effect. A really great way to add mobility into the game. And there we go. If this doesn't remind you of Breath of the Wild, you're lost. You're hopeless. Looks great. Love it. As I said, guys, December 3rd for this one. Immortals Fenyx Rising. Open world, very cartoonish, obviously. Vibrant color palette. Fantastic abilities. This is a true high fantasy game set in some sort of realistic ideas, right? Greek culture, Greek mythology, obviously something that we have known and loved to make into video games since video games has existed. There have been games about Greek mythology, all of the different gods. This is a new take. You're not playing as a god, you're playing as the hero of the gods. And I think that's really cool. It gives you opportunities to implement the gods in interesting ways. If you guys have been following the channel, we just did a couple videos on Hades, which is another game that taps into the spirit of Greek mythology. And ultimately, Immortals Fenyx Rising is taking a risk, right? It's a brand new IP from Ubisoft. It looks like it plays like Assassin's Creed. So we know that their base gameplay is there. We know every Assassin's Creed game has all of these different systems, and we know what works, what doesn't work, and so does the Ubisoft team. So they basically took that idea and put it into a high fantasy game rooted in Greek mythology. I'm just going to rewind the trailer here and play it back as I talk about a few more aspects of it. One of the things I really picked out of this trailer was the mobility. Granted, this is a cinematic trailer, but just look at the way the main character moves. She moves so fluidly. You see flips, you see kip ups, you see dodges. really interested to see what we actually get at the tips of our fingers when we play this game. Obviously, I mentioned the wings sprouting out of her back. She's some sort of angel or high guardian, something like that. But we also see so many different mobility aspects in this trailer here. I also love this. Being able to summon these different weapons out of nothingness gives you a lot of freedom as developers to create all sorts of fantastical things. Obviously, we're already in a mythological, fictional world, but just this kind of summoning out of nothingness gives so much room for creativity. Obviously, in Greek culture, we know hammers, axes, bows, things like that, and we see all of that in the trailer, but she also has these abilities that kind of coexist. And if you notice in the trailer, she very fluidly moves between her weapons. That's something that I hope players will get to experience. Being able to seamlessly switch between weapons is something that I think no game has ever truly gotten right. You have to go into a bulky inventory. You have to physically change your weapon. It looks here like, depending on the situation, you can just call up whatever weapon you want. That may tie directly into abilities that the player has access to. As opposed to equipping a weapon, you get the ability to use a weapon, right? So it's an ability that summons a hammer. It's one quick smash, something like that. We also see, obviously, the bow, the axe, the sword. So we've seen 4 weapons just in this one trailer, all kind of coexisting with these different abilities, like the shockwave effect, the spears coming out of the ground. And then, of course, we see these epic boss battles. You know, with an Ubisoft game, there are going to be some incredible boss battles. Medusa is just one of them. We saw the other one kind of peeking around the pillar before. I cannot wait to make content on these boss fights. I love making boss guides. I love making anything related to bosses, because boss fights to me are the pinnacle of video games. I just think they're the biggest challenge. They're obviously the biggest place to give rewards to the players. And I just want to point out this: if you are used to the hang glider in Breath of the Wild, you obviously can recognize kind of the symmetry there and the nod to Nintendo for creating such a fantastic idea. And now Ubisoft is saying, here, give me the ball. Let me show you what we can do. So Immortals Fenyx Rising has so much potential. Guys, look, 2020, the end of 2020 is going to be crazy. Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out. Immortals Fenyx Rising is coming out. A new Call of Duty is coming out. It is going to be a fantastic last few months of 2020. It's been a tough year. We all know it's been a tough year, but hopefully with a new IP set in a fantasy world, it will give us a little bit of reprieve from the death and destruction, and we'll be able to lose ourselves in a brand new world. I'm excited about this game. If you are excited about this game, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, join us on Discord. That link is below. Join over 6,000 members in our community, and be part of the legacy. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.